Welcome to LifePatch, your motivational voice to encourage you and to give you perspective. Today's topic is on run your own race. Run your own race. One of our biggest struggles today is we get trapped in comparing ourselves with our friends and our neighbors and the person that's on the internet about having the next big thing, the latest phone, the fastest car, the next bling bling. I call this the comparison paradox because it doesn't stop. Now, comparing ourselves to others, it's a natural thing. However, many of us are doing this from an unhealthy approach. And so we need to revisit this topic and to see it from a healthier, more positive angle. So let me ask you, as you are going from point A to point B to point C in your life, why are you spending time, wasted energy, comparing yourself with your friend, with your neighbor, with the person that's on Facebook or the person that's on the internet who you may have no idea about their history, their struggles, and so forth? Stop comparing yourself with someone else. The greatest enemy is not the person that is online, not the person that's sharing the same bed as you or eating in the same dining room as you are. No, the greatest enemy is the person in the mirror. It's yourself, your own doubts, insecurities, and your bad habits. Stop blaming anybody else, your mom, your situation, because that's way too easy. Anyone can blame or find a excuse of any sort. Again, it takes no degree, no training to have the skill to blame others. If you can face and conquer your self-doubts, then you can conquer the world. I'll say this again. If you can face and conquer your self-doubts, then you can conquer the world. Listen, everyone is different. Everyone is different. They have different situations, resources. Each person has their own capacity and tolerance. So stop comparing unless you've walked in that person's exact shoes. Otherwise, how can you compare your life with theirs? This person may have a wealthy uncle, but you don't know that. This person that you're comparing against, this person may have failed 100 times, but you don't know that. All you see is just the end result. So it looks like this person got lucky or was an overnight success. This person may have been a beneficiary of a large life insurance or received a large inheritance, but you don't know that. This person may have rented the Ferrari, and you see this person, this young fella, driving on the freeway, and you're thinking all these thoughts, like many of us thinking, right? And many times this thought process, it's a negative energy intake. But we don't know that. This person may have just borrowed the Ferrari or rented it. This person may have failed over 10 businesses before he became successful to get the Ferrari. You see? But we don't know that. The point is, we don't know the story behind someone else's success. So, how can we judge or justify anyone unless we have walked their journey? Judging is too easy and quick to do. Instead, seek to understand if you have that opportunity. Don't get jealous. Become inspired. Become inspired. Don't get mad. Be blessed. Be blessed. When you come across somebody with success, be blessed. Comparison, it's a dangerous game, and usually you will lose or be the one who is hurt the most. So get out of this comparison paradox, this comparison game. Because often when we do compare or we see somebody with the latest phone, or that beautiful suit or dress, or that huge house, often we justify ourselves to why we're not there, and then we also justify to why that person is there, and it's for the most part unhealthy. Rather, to encourage you, go at your own pace. Go at your own pace and make sure that you finish your own race. Sometimes winning isn't always being the first to complete a race. Winning sometimes is simply a matter of finishing your race. Imagine you're running this marathon and people are just passing you by, 5 people, 10 people, 50 people. They just keep on passing you by at the beginning of the start of this race. But then, an hour later, everybody by that time quits. What happens? You win by default because you never quit. Stop worrying about what others are doing. Don't worry about what others are doing. We are prone to compare ourselves. Yes, I get it. At some point, sooner or later. However, when you do compare, learn to leverage that comparison. Right? Learn to be genuinely happy for that person in your heart. To be inspired by what they're doing, by what they have done. When you learn to be happy for someone else, some of that success will actually rub on you. It's like getting some pixie dust in Peter Pan. Right? Most of us know that story, Peter Pan. You get a bit of pixie dust rubbed on you, and the more you hang out with successful people, the more pixie dust will be on you. And then what happens? You will learn to do the impossible. You will reach your dreams, and you might be able to just fly. That's fly out of your job that you don't like. That's fly out of the neighborhood that you don't like because it's dangerous, because it's unsafe. You see where I'm going with this? When you have the opportunity to see somebody who is successful, be happy for them. See if there's an opportunity to build a relationship with them. Be genuine. And chances are some of that magic, some of that knowledge, some of that success will be rubbed on you like pixie dust. Stop trying to get others to approve you and of your goals and dreams. Stop trying that. Stop convincing others about your dreams. That dream is yours alone. It's not someone else's. That's not the right battle to use your energy. Because if it's not their dreams, most people aren't willing to give you their time or dime. Let me say this again. If it's not their dreams, most people are not willing to give you their time or a dime. So don't expect others to believe in your dreams as bad as you do. You must be your own biggest fan first. Don't ask and don't expect to get approvals. Instead, show them through your hard work and your persistence. Day in and day out, week after week, month after month, grind and hustle and keep on going. Stop trying to waste your energy to convince those critics or convince even those close to you of your dream. You're not going to win this fight, this battle, this race with your mouth alone. You have a better chance when you use your hands and your feet. What that means is with your action, with your positive habit, with your actions. At the end, actions will lead to results. And we know this. Many times our greatest resistance and battles are from those closest to us. And that's okay. That's okay. That should be. Why is that? Because those closest to us and to you, for example, they know you from top to down. They see your weaknesses, your flaws, your imperfections. So don't get mad at them. Don't blame them either. Think of it this way. Those that are closest to you, they are like the scale. So imagine if you're trying to lose weight, and your scale is going to tell you how much overweight you are. And in a way, those that love you, that are closest to you, they behave as your biggest resistance many times, is because they are going to reflect how many pounds overweight you are. You're not going to like what you hear or see. But here's a positive way to go about it, is what are you going to do about being overweight? If you're overweight with your dreams, with your goals, start training, start reading books, start networking, start grinding towards your dreams. Once you start making progress, those closest to you will be your greatest soldiers, your greatest knights, and they will guard you and they will protect you. Go at your pace and finish the race. If you go too fast, you might start out great at the beginning, but you'll likely fall flat on your face. You're going to gas out later on, and you may not even finish the race. Let's briefly revisit the story of the tortoise and the hare. Very, very quickly. We know the story, but the key things are the hare, who started off super fast, he's also cocky and arrogant. But the tortoise, who started off slow, he keeps a persistent pace that's at his pace. And he's humble and very focused. Those are the traits that you want to carry and you want to adapt and you want to improve on. Consistency, focus, and persistence are keys. Because sometimes if we stop or take a break too long in our journey, to just get right back on is a battle within itself. We see and hear this often. For example, I'm sure you know a friend or somebody who after high school said, I'm going to take a break before I go back to college or go to college. And then they don't. And then there are some people who goes through college, first, second year, and then they stop to take a so-called quote unquote a break. And then they never come back and finish their bachelor's. So the point is be persistent. Focus on your own race. Go at your pace. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing and what their pace is. If you go at your pace, you will finish the race. And when you finish the race, you are in first place. Until next time, blessings to you.